Hello, 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 everyone. Hey, welcome back to my channel. All right, let's see what we got for you today. We have a gorgeous, classic Japanese K-van. It's quite rare for a lot of us. Not many of us have seen this model because this is actually the very first generation of the Subaru Sambar. So what we got in front of us right now is a 143 scale 1961 Subaru Sambar light van. Now this is a diecast. It's produced by Ebbro. Ebbro is the diecast brand that made this model. Real nice classic. Like I said before, not many of us know this model because it's the truth. If I'm not mistaken, this model specifically was probably only sold in Japan. Now let's talk about numbers. This model was produced between 1961 till 1966. It's a rear engine, no small cake van. It was a two-cylinder, guys. Two-cylinder, three-speed manual. No automatic heater, no big engine turbo. No, 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 none of that. These were classic little vans, K vans. Basically, back in the days, they needed something practical, cheap to own, cheap to register, and they got it what they wanted. Let me tell you, it was quite a little attractive van. Look at the front, dented front van. I was reading it that this when they produced this van, they they took out they how can I say, they wanted to get something similar to what Fiat had back in the days as the Fiat Multipla. So they saw the car, they noticed that it was a practical little van, and they wanted something like that. And this is what they came out with. And if you look at it, it is quite the same style, not shape. It's a little rounded front, but still there's a lot more square than the Fiat Multipla. But what I mean by type, it's the size. The Fiat Multipla was a very small um, multi-passenger car, even though for nowadays that has nothing of multi-passenger. Probably fits three or four. I mean four with most. But back in the days they used to haul all these a lot of people. The more the merrier. There was not many laws back in the days like now that if you don't have seat belts and all those stuff. Back in the 50s and 60s, you the more the merrier. Now again, it was quite attractive. I'm not sure how attractive it was back in the days. For me, it's quite attractive now. It's quite attractive. I like the front. I'm not gonna lie. The front has a very curious, like slanted face. It reminds me a bit of the how you call it? Oh, the BMW Isetta. Like it's slanted, but the BMW Isetta. It was that was actually the front. It was actually the door to get in, which is a lot different than this one. This one you got the doors on the sides. If you do look at the door handles, you got the suicide door style. They call it suicide because you open it against the wind. So it's quite common back in the days. Nowadays you will not. I don't think there's not one model that has that nowadays. That's the truth. All right, guys. I'm gonna go around a few times so you can have a nice look at the car, and I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so I'm back. Again, quite a little attractive van. I don't think I have ever seen them in person. I have seen the Subaru Sambar, but the younger models. The 80s model, I remember the one that was like in 1981 or 1980. Well, those are quite popular little Japanese van. But this one, unfortunately, I have never seen it. I wish I did. I wish I'd seen it in a car show. Hopefully, they still have a few of them in Japan, and hopefully, they're maintaining them because they're classics. You know, a lot of people may not find them attractive, but remember, these are K cars. Not they were not supposed to be super fashionable. They were supposed to be people's mover. You know, and cheap to own, cheap to run, and but it's still part of history, especially for Japan and to the world. I mean, nowadays we all know what Subaru is, but back in the '60s, beyond the Asian country, I'm not sure if a lot of countries out there knew what Subaru was until they started expanding throughout the world. So that's what I like about these models. You get to see the reality. The cars were they just started, and when they came out, and they were not popular yet. We look at Subaru now, and what we think about? We think about the Impreza. We think about the WRX, something like that. The racing, the powerful engines. But they actually started as a baby boomer, baby vans and baby cars. I say baby because they're so small, they're like babies. But let me know what you guys think about them. Put in the comments. Have you seen them in person? Have you ever drove one of these? Have you traveled to Japan? Or you lived in Japan? Or you are living right now in Japan and you see them in car shows or in other parts of the world? Let me know in the comments. Also, do not forget to click and subscribe. And don't forget the bell. The bell next to the subscribe button. It will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Also, another reminder, please give me that nice thumbs up. It will help me with the algorithm, and also the most important thing, it will let me know that you're enjoying this video as much as I enjoy making them. Alright guys, so take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.